The NFL does not like what the Dallas Cowboys are doing. So we're going to be going through that and 3 other stories in today's video. So make sure to like this video, and if you want more Dallas Cowboys news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. The first story is Dallas Cowboys make NFL history by clinching a playoff spot. Before the Dallas Cowboys even took the field this afternoon to face the Buffalo Bills, they already had good enough reason to celebrate. Because the Desmond Ridder and the Atlanta Falcons gift-wrapped a win to the Carolina Panthers late in the fourth quarter, the Cowboys clinched a postseason berth for the 36th time overall. Why is this significant? I'll let Dallas Morning News writer Calvin Watkins fill you in. The Cowboys will make their 36th playoff appearance in franchise history. That breaks a tie with Packers, 35, for most in league history. Congrats to the Cowboys, who are arguably the co-favorite to win the NFC, along with the San Francisco 49ers, for reaching the NFL playoffs for the 3rd straight time under head coach Mike McCarthy, who is in his 4th season as the Cowboys head coach. McCarthy, the former head coach of the Green Bay Packers, led Green Bay to the postseason 8 times during his 13 years with the Packers, winning 1 Super Bowl in 2011, which was his 3rd time in the postseason. McCarthy hopes that his 3rd appearance in the NFL playoffs with the Cowboys will net the same result. It's still in play that the Packers could make a push for the postseason and thus move back into a tie with the Cowboys atop this list. Though their loss today at Lambeau Field to the NFC South-leading Tampa Bay Buccaneers did some damage to their playoff hopes. But given the construction of Dallas's roster compared to Green Bay's, it's possible that the Cowboys will continue to build on their lead over Green Bay and the rest of the NFL. The Buffalo Bills still have a long way to go down the season's final stretch to prove that their preseason Super Bowl expectations were for real, but there's no doubt that Sunday's dominating win over the Dallas Cowboys was a statement for the ages. Running back Jameis Cook finished with 221 total scrimmage yards and 2 touchdowns, outgaining the entire Cowboys offense, and the Bills embarrassed the Cowboys in a 31-10 win at Highmark Stadium to keep their playoff hopes alive and well with 3 games remaining. The Bills finished with 266 rushing yards and established the physicality from the opening possession of the game. Cook was at the center of it all, as he set career-high marks in carries and rushing yards while gashing the Dallas defense on seemingly every touch. Buffalo's defense shut down quarterback Dak Prescott and one of the league's best offenses. Even without safety, Micah Hyde and defensive end A.J. Epineza, the Bills limited Prescott to 21 of 34, passing for 134 yards and an interception, while Cowboys star receiver Ceedee Lamb had 7 catches for 53 yards and got a rushing touchdown late in the game when the result was well in hand. The second story is Tyron Smith and Tyler Smith dynamic duo for the Dallas Cowboys is pure dominance on Cowboys' offensive line. Connor McGovern was a well-liked teammate in Dallas, someone whose sunny disposition could make a golden retriever seem melancholy by comparison. Left guard, center, right guard, fullback. The auxiliary lineman played wherever the Cowboys asked until signing in March with the Buffalo Bills. Cowboys players will be pleased to reunite Sunday afternoon, but they also aren't looking back. Not with the duo Tyron Smith and Tyler Smith have created. They love playing next to each other, Coach Mike McCarthy said. Rightfully so. For a 7th straight game, tackle Tyron Smith and guard Tyler Smith will start together on the left side. The powerful pair could be the difference Sunday afternoon inside Highmark Stadium, where breezy conditions may ground segments of the passing game, potentially forcing a more grinding, run-oriented style of play. If the forecast holds up, this game should be especially physical. That suits the Smiths. The Smiths over there, pure dominance, running back Rico Dowdle said. Those 2 guys just come in, a vet and a young guy, probably 2 future Hall of Famers in the league as well. Yeah, pure dominance. The Smiths keep a very clean pocket, defensive tackle Osa Odigizua said. 2 of the best O-linemen in the league, a couple of the strongest that I ever go against. People ask me all the time, who's the best O-line that you go against? I'm like, honestly, a hard question when I have the best O-line that I go against every day in practice. Them, you know? Tyron, an 8-time Pro Bowler, is this season who he, when healthy, long has been. Elite. According to Pro Football Focus, the 33-year-old has not allowed a single sack or quarterback hit across 413 snaps in pass protection in 10 starts. The success comes while the Cowboys manage his exposure to contact, withholding him from weekday practices. His participation in walkthroughs has continued the past several weeks, but the schedule leans into the importance of keeping Tyron healthy and Tyron's understanding how to prepare himself for a game. He has played more NFL seasons, 13, than any other Cowboys player. Meanwhile, the 22-year-old Tyler is in his second NFL season. Running back Deuce Vaughn, a rookie 6th-round pick, and nose tackle Maisie Smith, a rookie 1st-round pick, are the only players on the Cowboys roster who are younger. Tyler's blend of physicality and athleticism is everything the Cowboys front office hoped it would be when drafting him in the 1st round out of Tulsa. He has performed at an all-pro level, and that was true before Tyron became his left-side accomplice. In the run game, they have impressed with their double teams on combination blocks on inside zone and duo concepts. In the passing game, teammates are impressed with how well they handle different stunts considering the limited in-season practice work. "Just turn on the tape," quarterback Dak Prescott said. "Two elite guys. One of them has been the best at his position for a long time, and the other guy in his 2nd year is showing he's going to be one of the best to do it for a long time as well. Just two natural athletes, strong, athletic, and now they're working hand in hand, communicating together, great on-run blocks, shutting down that side of the pocket, and honestly, can take a lot of the credit for the success and the way that I'm playing, keeping me clean. Not only those guys, but the other 3 guys on the line as well. We go as they go." McGovern has started every game this season at left guard. Stability is not in short supply for the Bills. Their entire offensive line from left to right, Deion Dawkins, McGovern, Mitch Moore, Osiris Torrance, and Spencer Brown, has started every game together. While not to the same extent, the Cowboys are moving in the right direction. This is the 7th straight game with their entire first-team offensive line together, not just Tyron. "Having Tyron next to me, I'm confident already," Tyler said. "But with him right there, I'm knowing that we can do everything. As long as we're on our keys, work the fundamentals, there are not a lot of guys who can hold up. That's huge for us. Every day that he's there, him taking the time he needs with his body just to show up and do what he does, I'll take it. I really will. I love doing double teams with T because I know what to expect. I feel like we gel really well together. We've built that confidence and communication. He's such a strong guy. I really like our dynamic. It's great to play next to a talented guy like that." The third story is Cowboys' Jake Ferguson is becoming one of the best tight ends in the NFL. When you talk about a tough football player in the NFL, Dallas Cowboys tight end Jake Ferguson should be in the conversation. If he is not flexing after a tough 1st down conversion, he is taking a catch then leaping over a defender to earn extra yards or making a timely run block to help a teammate. Ferguson is just special. The Cowboys are known to have had some great tight end talent over the last couple of decades. It seems as if there was talent at that position every decade for this franchise. In the 1980s, it was Billy Joe Dupre, and in 1990s, it was Jay Novacek. Both Dupre and Novacek were, of course, a part of Super Bowl winning teams. Although the greatest tight end period in team history was during the mid-2000s to the late 2010s. During this time, the future Hall of Famer Jason Witten was dominating on the football field. The now highly decorated Texas high school football coach is one of Dallas's most beloved players of all time, and rightfully so. There has been a sprinkle of other quality tight ends over the years for Dallas as well. So it is safe to say that this position is pivotal to this franchise. Following the exit of Dalton Schultz in the offseason, it was to wonder who would fill the void that Schultz was leaving behind. The 2022 rookie 4th-round draft pick in Ferguson was there, and he made some gritty plays last year behind Schultz. But was he really expected to be this good so quickly? Nobody could have guessed he would. The Cowboys drafted ex-Michigan tight end Luke Schoonmaker last April in the 2nd round, and many thought that they were trying to bulk up the thin tight end spot. Many were content with the decision because it seemed like a hefty need for this offense. However, with the rookie not being much of a piece in this offense, the pick is questionable, looking back at it. But with the year Ferguson is having, you could expect things to be how they have been this year for Schoonmaker in terms of playing time at the tight end position. Ferguson has contributed too much this season to give away playing time to other tight ends. His contributions have pushed Dallas to lead the NFL in scoring at around 33 points per game. When you are pointing up as much points as the Cowboys are this year, someone has to eat, right? Ferguson has been one of the many stars eating good in Dallas. This year, after 13 games played, Ferguson has hauled in 51 balls for 572 yards receiving and 6 touchdowns. In his respective tight end group, Ferguson is standing with some of the best in the league. Ferguson is in the top 7 in both receiving yards and receptions and is currently number 5 in touchdowns. What makes Ferguson so good is his solid hands, his precise body control on catches, and he is good at running the right routes. Many tight ends have one route or two that they can perfect, and other times, when not blocking, they just run their own route seemingly to try to get open.